following is a presentation of the Pineywood Sports Network.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your car deal when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
Alrighty, folks, welcome here to the big broadcast here on the NETSN. I'm your host, Larry Pierce, here from the SEC. Got here a little bit early because Coach put out there that the Tiger Cafe was open, so I had to come get some catfish, and it's always good. And Joe, I hope he's back here running the camera. He had the double thing. I think he went with fish and chicken, so hopefully he's going to leave him standing up back there behind me running that camera so we can keep him awake through this ball game here tonight. That's for sure. All right, we got the Tiger over here right now getting ready to rock and roll here in the ball game, and it is a Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame show. We are in the SEC. It is the Brady Barton Court here in Tenaha, and home of the Tigers, and the Lady Tigers and the Lady Bulldogs of Garrison are in town here to take on the Lady Tigers. And the Lady Tigers of Garrison have kind of fallen out of that top 25, but they're still a very formidable basketball team. They're going to be ready to play here tonight, and the Lady Bulldogs of Garrison are looking to get a win here for Coach Honey and their squad here, as they've had a kind of a rough start over here at the start of this year, and it's not going to be an easy task here at the SEC tonight as we switch from District 24, where we were on a Tuesday, to District 23. Beckville, Legion Fields, Garrison, Gary, Joaquin, Tenaha, Timpson, and Wascom. And from what I remember, I thought I had that written down over here, but I can't find that. But I do know it was Tenaha, Joaquin, Gary, and Timpson. I do believe we're the 4 picked into the girls on the D23 right now to start the early part of the season. And the only team that we have into there is the Trino Lady Owls, which took a big win over the Lady Wolves of San Augustine the other night, which was a very good one there. And that was a good guys game as well, as it was a 1-point victory there. And San Augustine had their opportunities, but I'll tell you what, Trino played a really good game, but San Augustine lost it at the free throw line, if you want my opinion about it there. All right, so anyway, but that was Tuesday night, and we'll get another chance at it there later on, but Trino's playing really, really good there, both on the girls and the guys' side. So here we got the girls coming up here first. Coach Honey's squad, as we'll see the Garrison Gals and the Tenaha Lady Tigers ready to hook it up here in Tenaha tonight here on the NETSN. We're going to take a real quick break. We'll come back, see the clock rolling down there. Under a minute to go before the start of this one. We'll get it going for you here on the NETSN.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmers State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your car deal when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
All right, folks, back here as we just about ready to go for the start of this one. Looks like we're going to get the national anthem coming up here. So I'm going to see if I can get up out of my seat. See if we can get Joe on the flag over there if we're going to get the anthem coming up. And we'll get ready to roll with that here. I believe that's what they're trying to hook up over there at the scores table. Yeah, there we go.
Welcome to the Tenaha High School Special Events Center. This contest features the Lady Bulldogs of Garrison and the Lady Tigers of Tenaha. But first, please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
God bless America. Let's play some basketball at the SEC. Ready to go. Brady Barton Court. Are you here with us? Wherever you are, if you're not coming out here to watch the basketball, at least come out here and get some of this great food at the Tiger Cafe. They got shrimp, they got chicken, and they got fish. I had the fish. It was really good. Joe had the fish and the chicken. So we're going to see if we can keep him awake up there under the camera here tonight. And I want to say Dolly's not here. The Dolly Parker Cam has headed off to LSU for a basketball game this weekend. So he's got some time up, but I know he's got us tuned in, ready to go. And here we go with the introduction of Davis and McGurk coming in here for Coach Honey's squad. That's Setter, number 14. And Setter, number 23. And Caldwell on the floor next. We'll turn over to PA announcer for the introduction of your hometown Lady Tigers. There you are, your starting five: Dagley, Giles, Kelly, Alexander, and Bell for Coach Peterson's squad here for the 12-9 Lady Tigers of Tenaha. And I've got 0-13 for the Lady Bulldogs of Garrison, Coach Honey's squad. So they come out here and put a game together and maybe get that first win here. And right now the Tenaha Lady Tigers and the Timpson Lady Bears are up there at the top of their district there. District 23 here in Class 2A. And see if they can continue a good run here through the end of through the middle part of the season here as they're Had a few games over the guys here. The girls always start about a week or so before the guys do when it comes to basketball season. So they'll start the playoffs a little bit earlier as well. Tenaha Lady Tigers looking to make another good deep run here into the playoffs as we're ready to go here at the SEC. One of my very favorite places for some basketball. Got the scoreboard working there, so that helps out with that. And Joe on the camera. We're ready to go. So it's going to be Davis into the circle. And looks like she'll be jumping here against Kelly, number 3, for the Lady Tigers. Setting ready to go. Lady Tigers in the white and in maroon for the Lady Bulldog. Ball's going to be loose. Finally picked up here by the Lady Tigers. And they'll get it ready to go here with a Dagley. Dagley dropping off over to the right side. Here's a 3-ball onto the way right off the mark. And nice Alexander for 3. Open up the scoring here for the Lady Tigers. Here come the Lady Bulldogs up the floor. Going to be Seta. Back to the middle here to Davis. Davis to Seta here on the right side. Back out on top. Into the lane outside the free throw line. Throwing up the shot there is Seta. It will not go. Rebound comes out by the Lady Bulldogs. Knocked out by the Tigers. Oh, I'm going to say it was out on the Bulldogs. So it went off one of the Lady Bulldogs here. So I'm going to say it went off a Seta, number 14. So we're about halfway down to the Lady Tiger bench. It will be Tenaha basketball pushing up the floor. Dagley over to the right side, back to Alexander, lining up in that same spot. She knocked down that 3 on their first possession. Bring it back here to the left. Dagley back to Alexander, out on top. Up underneath, trying to find some room there in that zone defense. Trying to get it in the middle. Nice job there by Davis. Get a hand on it, but Giles picks up the loose ball. Throws up the floater, won't go. Rebound comes up under there by Kelly. Kelly gets the rebound and the putback. Lady Tigers up quick here, and there's a steal by Kelly. Going to drop it back off here to Alexander. Alexander stopping outside the free throw line, stopping and popping, and it rattles in and out. Won't go. Rebound comes out by Bell. Bell's going to be, we're going to get a double dribble by Bell. So it's a turnover back to Garrison. And checking into the ball game for Seta is number 3 for Coach Honey. That is Huffman. So on the inbound here, Davis trying to get it up here, and the Lady Tigers putting on some pressure, and there's another steal by Alexander. Alexander's going to throw it up ahead as she's falling Giles. Dropping it off over here, and it's off the mark by Giles from Dagley. And Garrison's going to pick it right back up here and in the backcourt, try to get it back across the timeline here. Seta comes across the line, take it over to the left side. Loses hand on the basketball, picked up by Alexander. Alexander going to have to work here against Huffman, and Alexander takes it into the rack and scores. Quick 5-0. 5 points there for Alexander, and it's up 7-0 with 6:18 to play here into this first quarter. And the Lady Tigers of Tenaha are up and running. We'll be right back here on a NETSN.
At Aurora Concepts, we offer full-service primary care. And we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts. Let us take care of you.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here. 6:18 to play in this first quarter, and the Lady Tigers up 7-0 here in this Lady Bulldog basketball. As it will be Davis sitting ready to bring it in here for Garrison and the Lady Bulldog. And the Tigers put on a little bit of pressure here in the backcourt. And Davis going to get up here. Now they'll put pressure, get that trap here at the half-court line. The ball's knocked away, but on the floor, that's going to be a walk there by Seta, who actually came out of there with that loose ball, but ends up onto the deck, and then we'll end up walking with it. So onto the inbound, Dagley will get it here from Alexander, and she'll bring it across the timeline. And Dagley with 6 minutes to go. Work the offense. Alexander to the right. Dagley down in the corner. Back out. Alexander trying to drive in the lane. Kick it over here to the right side. Then Giles launching for 3. She'll knock it down. Another 3 here for the Lady Tigers as they now go up 10-0. Garrison, nice job here breaking the press. Oh, that's awful close there. Hit the half-court line. Ball gets knocked away there once again. Good job here on the defense. Up ahead to Dagley. Dagley with the easy bucket. And she gets her first points of the ball game. Another steal by the Lady Tigers. Davis goes on the inbound here. Can find McGirt. And the defense is tight here by the Tigers, and they knock it out. I think that's going to stay with Garrison there at the end of their bench, as it looks like Davis is going to be bringing it in. Davis looking to get it in here, and finally does get it in here just before that 5-second call. Back to Davis as he tries to bring it up across the timeline, working against Giles. Finally does get it up over. So that's going to be an official timeout here, as to make a big stop here coming across Davis. Checking into the ball game is going to be Johnson. She'll come into the game here for Bell, for Coach Peterson. On the inbound, get it in here to Seta. Send it over to the left side. She'll find McGurk. Down up underneath. As Caldwell, turnaround jumper, can't get it, but nice job here by Davis. Gets her on rebound, still won't go. Another rebound on the way here, and that goes up and good here for Boyer. And Coach Honey's squad gets on the board here. Under 5 to go. Here come the Lady Tigers back up the floor. Dagley across the timeline here. It's his zone defense by the Lady Bulldogs. Trying to find some room there into the middle. Here's the 3 ball on the way. Will not go. Dagley can't get it, but it's rebounded by the Lady Tigers, so they'll have another chance at it. Long way out from Dagley this time. Front of the rim, can't get it to go. Rebound comes out here by Davis. She'll drop it up ahead here to Boyer. Boyer back to Davis. Davis going to throw it up. And going to find McGurk. McGurk inside the circle, in the lane now. Tries to find Caldwell, but it's taken away there by Giles. Giles will now push it up. Going to find Dagley over to the right side. Dagley with a beautiful pass to Alexander. That was a beautiful dime right there from Dagley to Alexander. That's a great play there. And nice vision there by Dagley. Finds a great dime for Alexander. That one gets taken away here now. Alexander gets her hand in there, knocking it out. Going to stay with Garrison. And Seta got to fix that tire there. Don't forget, you need a tire, Joaquin Tire. Joaquin, Texas. You see good folks down there. You can see Mr. Parent. All right, on the inbound, Seta gets that tire fixed. Now she's ready to go halfway through this first quarter. And it's another takeaway here at the half-court line. Tell you what, there has been at least 8 of those already here in this first quarter by the Lady Tigers. And that one gets away from the Lady Bulldogs, but they end up with it. Davis. Well, now bringing up a little uncontested here now as Dagley backs off the defense. They bounce pass down the side, and a nice job knocking it out there by Hendricks. But Caldwell picks it up. Throws it back out to Seta. And the Lady Bulldogs trying to hang on to it here, but the defense is stifling. That may be a foul there against Bell. So Bell commits her first foul, first team foul. And in this case, you need a little reminder. 5 team fouls per quarter, and shooting 2 no matter what there. So after you get 5 fouls, no more 1-on-1. Nice job on the inbound, throwing up high off the glass there for McGurk. Won't go, but a rebound by the Tigers, or for the Bulldogs won't go, but coming out with it are the Tigers back the other way. Dagley in the lane. Nope, they're going to call a walk on the floor before she's able to get that shot out, so it will not count. Nice move in the lane there, outside the lane there by Dagley, but took that extra step, says the ref. So 3:18 to go here in this first quarter. And Garrison back up the floor here, Seta to the right. Driving down there, she's going to be fouled on the way in. They may call that one on Dagley. That'll be her first. So 2 team fouls here on the Lady Tigers in this first quarter. Still 3:13 to play. On the inbound, Seta has to go through her hands, and then it ends up onto the sideline. Out of play. Checking in here, number 12 is Davis. We'll check into the ball game. She'll come in here for Dagley, who picked up that foul for Coach Peterson. Up by 12, 3:10 to go as Alexander gets the inbound. We'll take her time coming up across the timeline, about 3:06. Over here to the left side, Davis. Back out to Hendricks, Hendricks to Davis. Drop it off down here in the corner. Nice job there by Bell. And Hendricks going to be hit and hit hard from behind there by Seta. Seta going to commit that foul, and that'll put Hendricks at the line for the Lady Tigers, shooting a couple. So First team foul puts Hendricks at the line. Looking for her first points of the ball game here. At the line up and good. Second one for Hendricks, rattles in and out. Davis gets that rebound, throws it up ahead. And the Bulldogs looking to do everything they can to get away from this man-to-man defense that has just been very good and actually not letting the Lady Bulldogs get very much down into that three-quarter end of the floor there. There's a nice one by Davis. She gets that one to roll home. She gets her first points as they were able to get underneath that time and get the bucket. Back up the floor now comes Alexander. Alexander sent it over to the right side to Johnson. Three ball on the way, will not go. 2 for 5 at the three-point line. Davis comes out for the Lady Tigers. Davis coming out with the basketball for Bulldogs. Now across the timeline here to the right side. Bounce pass up underneath there. Gets knocked away by Hendricks. She'll drop it off here to Alexander. Alexander against Seta. 2-on-1 basketball. Alexander at the line and scores. 9 points for Alexander here. With 2 minutes to play in this first quarter. Seta. Across the timeline there, working against Johnson. And that ball's going to be taken away. Here's Alexander once again. Alexander with an easy layup. Now 1:40 left to go here in this first quarter. Davis throwing it up ahead here, and that's going to be a little too high there as they try to get it down to Caldwell inside the lane. And it won't go. Checking into the ball game once again is Giles. She'll check back in here for Alexander for Coach Peterson. And she'll come in and be the inbounder. And getting into Johnson. We'll bring it across the timeline here for the Tigers. About a minute and a half to go in the first. 15-point lead here for the Lady Tigers. Hendricks. Down in the corner there to Giles. Back out on top. Johnson, right side of the paint. Can't get it to go. Davis. Rebound coming back up the floor. Davis down to the far side there to McGurk. McGurk going to get called for the walk, trying to drive in from that left side. So it's another turnover here by the Lady Bulldogs. Checking back into the ball game here is going to be Huffman. She'll check in for Boyer, number 4, for Coach Honey. Tiger basketball getting down to about a minute to go here in this first quarter. Giles, Johnson, down the corner, Hendricks. Hendricks going to try to drive the baseline. And she's going to step on the line before she can make that pass back inside, turning it back over to the Lady Bulldogs. And on the inbound, you're going to find Seta. Set it up ahead here to Davis. Davis bounce pass down in the corner. And that ball is taken away there by Huffman, trying to get a shot up, but it was knocked away and out of bounds. It looks like it's going to stay with Garrison. With 44 seconds to go. So Seta looking to get it in here for the Lady Bulldogs. Getting close to that 5 seconds there, but the ball got tipped and knocked out of bounds there. It looks like Kelly might have got a hand on it. And it went off of Caldwell, actually. So it's going to be Tenaha basketball as Johnson will get it on the inbound. Drop it off here to Bell. And she'll take her time bringing it across the line here. It'll be about 35 seconds to go. Hendricks to the right side, down in the corner. Giles thought about the three. Now she'll drive down the side, find Hendricks down in the lane. If Hendricks, 3 points in the ball game. 25 seconds to go. Seta. Trying to get it across the line there. Gets it up here now to Davis. Oh, nice job on the pass underneath. Good job there from Davis. Gets it off underneath there to McGurk. And McGurk gets her first points of the ball game. And it'll be a 3 seconds here. And Bell launches the three at the end of the quarter and won't go. And that's what it'll be. It'll be a 21-6 lead here for the Lady Tigers of Tenaha over the Lady Bulldogs of Garrison. We'll be back in 1 minute here for the second quarter. It's on the way here on the NETSN. guess things work a little bit better when you put the headset on, doesn't they? Okay, so here we go. I'm just sitting here watching the graphics. All right, so we're ready to go. Davis going to get on the inbound. Here's the Lady Bulldogs looking to put together a little bit of a run here as they trail by 15 here to start the second quarter. Nice, going to find Seta down in the middle, and Seta gets the shoot and roll. That's a good way to start off here for the Lady Bulldogs. And it'll be Alexander pushing it back up the floor now for the Lady Tigers. Off a close to walk right there. Going to send it over to Dagley. Dagley launching for three. She started off the game with that three. Can't get that one to go, but Kelly with the rebound and to put right back. She's got 4 for the Lady Tigers. Bulldogs. Nice job getting up ahead here. And good job getting underneath there. Seta once again. Great job on the feed by McGurk to Seta. And she'll get it down into double digits now for the Lady Bulldogs. Got to keep working it down underneath there. Just kind of chip it away if you got to get a defensive stop when you can. And Davis send, or should I say Alexander send it over to Dagley. Now get it down in the corner. Alexander drive her all the way back across. Here's Giles for 3. Launching, it will not go. Rebound comes out, and it's going to be Dagley picking up the loose ball here close to half-court line. Back up now to Alexander in the lane. Alexander with a nice drive down the side. It won't go off the side of the rim, but she'll shoot 2 for the Lady Tigers. That's going to be on Seta. That's number 2 there for her. First one on the way for Alexander, up and good. Second one, good as well. Knocking them both down. So now back up the floor, now comes Garrison Davis. Oh, that one was a nice job there on the pick there by Alexander. And Alexander with a beautiful dime there to Dagley, but Dagley can't quite finish. Davis comes out of there with it, and it's going to be a timeout by Coach Honey. That's a great steal there by Alexander, and Dagley just a little short on the shot, and it's going to be a 1-minute timeout here by Coach Honey. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on NETSN.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
Already back here in this big District 23 matchup here on the gals side is right now the Tenaha Lady Tigers are in control by 15, and Garrison Lady Bulldogs come out here with a good couple of little shots here to start out, but you got to be able to make some defensive stops, especially against this Lady Tigers offense, as they can push the ball up the floor, and then they will play some tight defense on you, and they're going to tighten it up here as they're going to be a little bit full court pressure now, and they've done a really good job making steals at the half court line, but a good job here getting it over here is Seta. Seta's going to put up the shot, can't get it to go. Rebound comes out by Bell, and back on the floor now come the Lady Tigers. Giles to the left side. Giles puts up the shot, will not go. Rebound by Kelly, throws it back out. Alexander going to try to drive on the left side, finds Kelly underneath, and Kelly's going to be fouled, and that'll be number 3 on Seta for the Lady Bulldogs, and Coach Honey's going to have her onto the bench. Caldwell going to check into the ball game here as Kelly goes to the line, shooting a couple for the Lady Tigers with 6:18 to play here in this first half. It's been all Lady Tigers so far. Bulldogs have done a couple of really good things here, but they've made some really good plays. The defense has just been really hard for them to get around so far, but I tell you what, the Lady Bulldogs have been steady at it, and they made some good plays, and if they can keep that up, make some good defensive stops, they'll climb right back in here, but Kelly makes 1 out of 2. She now has 5 points in the ball game. Davis up ahead here at the half-court line. Nice job to get it to Boyer. Boyer pushes over across there to McGurk. McGurk gives Kelly a shove on the way up the floor. And good sportsmanship there, helping everybody up. Kelly going to be okay. And that's going to be first one on Kelly. And on the inbound for Garrison, on the end and get it in here. Caldwell, turnaround jumper there, and that's going to, oh, stuck. Gonna get one of the, oh yeah, one of the spare basketballs out there to get that one unstuck. There's a nice little job there by Caldwell, but gets it stuck in the corner there. And back to the Lady Tigers. We're getting close to 6 minutes to play in the first half. Tigers up 16 right now. As Dagley brings it across the line, send it over to the right side. Alexander. Dagley in the corner. Goes around the defense. Trying to get it up underneath there and a little too strongly there, but thrown right there to Seta. Seta going to get it up ahead here. And as they get it to McGurk, she tries to bring it up the floor. She loses the handle on it. And it's another turnover. That's just what got the Lady Bulldogs so far here in this bowl game. They've got a lot of turnovers here. And they coming up the floor, just lose the handle on the basketball or a bad pass where the Lady Tigers have stepped in front of them. But they're still fighting in here, and they're had some really good plays. They just need to string a few more of those together. Dagley down there in the corner. Back out now to Alexander. Back across here. Giles going to drive from the left side in the paint. Throws up the shot a little while. That one will not go out of bounds, and it'll go out back to Lady Bulldogs. Davis going to bring it in, and she's going to look for Seta. Seta 14, Seta 23. 23 on the bench with 3 fouls here. Probably going to be sitting there at least until that third quarter. Seta gets the inbound here across the timeline. Goes through the double team. Down in the corner. Caldwell working against Kelly. Caldwell turnaround jumper. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes out by McGurk. And she'll get it out here for Seta for 3. That rattles in and out. That's her first 3 there, but good rebound here by Caldwell. Caldwell looking for some help. Boyer goes off of her hand. Seta inside, 12-footer. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes out. And that is Giles, and she'll push it right back up the floor now, finding Dagley over to the right side. Dagley stopping and popping for 3 off the mark. 2 for 8 at the three-point line, but a good rebound here by Bell. Puts up the shot, won't go. Rebound comes out by Boyer. Boyer drops it off to Seta, and she'll give it to Davis. We'll get down to 4.5 to go here in the half, and here come the Lady Bulldogs back up the floor. Gonna make a good shot. Davis, strong shot there, but Boyer gets the rebound, puts up the shot, won't go, but she'll go to the line shooting a couple. The first time at the line here for the Lady Bulldogs. And Giles going to commit her first foul. And Coach Peterson, I believe, is going to call a timeout. So we got a timeout with 4:25 to go. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmers State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
Alrighty, back here with a big thank you to our good folks at Farmers State Bank. They are a big sponsor here of all the ball games, especially our halftime festivities and things we got going on at halftime. We'll have that coming up for you. We'll give you some halftime statistics and all that stuff brought to you by our good folks at Farmers State Bank. Many locations across the Piney Woods area. Find your local Farmers State Bank. Get your banking done at Farmers. So we're getting a little bit of a rain in the area, folks, but it doesn't look like it's going to be anything severe, maybe a little heavy at times with the rain. It looks like it's just going to be some good rain, but beyond that rain, when it comes through tonight, be prepared. Cooler temperatures are on the way. So stepping to the line here is going to be, that's number 2. This is McGurk. Okay, I thought that was going to be Boyer going to the line, but it is McGurk. And first one up is no good. First time at the line here for the Lady Tigers, or for the Lady Bulldogs. Got to knock them down. Knock down the back half here is McGurk. Got 2 points in the ball game. Looking for the first one of the second quarter. Too strong on that one. Ball goes into the hands here of Dagley. And here come the Lady Tigers. Going to push up ahead. Nice job by Seta. Get a hand on it to knock it out of bounds. And it goes stay with the Tigers. Into the ball game comes Bell for Tenaha. Inbound. Dagley. Over here to Alexander. Alexander trying to work the left side. Alexander takes on the triple team. Finds Kelly up underneath. And nice job there on the dime there by Alexander to Kelly. Kelly with 7 points in the ball game now. A couple dimes here by Alexander to find her. Davis pulls up her dribble. There's Bell knocking that one away. Gets going to go out of bounds, and it stays with the Lady Bulldogs of Garrison. Into the ball game, Hendricks and Johnson come in now for Kelly and Giles for Coach Peterson. Inbound, going to be in here to Boyer. Boyer going to throw it up ahead here to Seta. Seta gets across the timeline, back over here to the right side. McGirt, Caldwell. Caldwell putting up the shot, won't go, but Davis right there. Almost a pass from Caldwell to Davis. Somebody might have got a piece of it, but Davis finds the right spot there and picks up the loose ball and gets to the bucket. Back up now comes Dagley. Alexander underneath here to Bell. Bell to Johnson. Johnson for three. Too strong there for the three. Out of bounds on the Bulldogs, so we'll go back to the Tigers here up underneath the brim. So Tony giving some instructions here for the Lady Bulldogs. They're working at 2-3 defense. Alexander now to Dagley over to the right side. Dagley in the lane, puts up the floater. Will not go, hit the back of the rim. And Davis gets the rebound. She's got a lot of rebounds here for Garrison. Definitely a leading rebounding category there for Lady Bull. Oh, nice job moving the ball around. And Johnson can't finish, though. And a rebound coming over there is Bell. And Davis fighting for that rebound. Going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to go to the Lady Bulldogs with right at 3 minutes to play here into the first half. Checking into the ball game, number 12 is Davis. She'll come in here for Bell for Coach Peterson. Make sure everybody has fresh legs here, getting plenty of breathers. On the inbound, Seta for the Bulldogs. Throws it back to Davis. Davis rushing up into the middle of the floor. Goes over here to the right side. Nice bounce pass to Caldwell. Caldwell's going to be blocked from behind by Hendricks. Hendricks also gets a piece of her. And Caldwell to the line for the Lady Bulldogs. So for the Lady Tigers, they have a bunch of young ladies with one foul. And for the Lady Bulldogs, we got Seta there with 3. And that's pretty much somebody else there with 1. That one's off the mark for Caldwell. Second one on the way. Caldwell can't get it to go. Rebound by Hendricks. Hendricks drops it off here to Alexander. Alexander up to Dagley. Dagley across the line. Set it up here for the Lady Tigers. Over to Alexander to the right. Alexander trying to drive into the middle of the lane there. Caldwell going to step in front of her there. Caldwell's going to pick up the foul, but it's going to be on the floor. Only the 4th team foul, or the 3rd team foul, I should say. 3rd team foul here. On the inbound, catch and shoot for the 3 will not go for the Lady Tigers. It's rebounded there by Seta. Dagley steals it away before they get it back on the floor. Dagley can't get that one to go. That's the second free layup that she's missed here so far tonight. Couple too close there for Dagley on a couple of them there, but we're good to go. Something ain't. So we lost some camera transition here, folks, so we're going to see what we can do to get that fixed up here in just 1 second. Give me 1 minute here. As going to the line here are the Lady Bulldogs of Garrison. And I don't know why we've got a freeze on the camera, but I'm trying to get it fixed up here, folks. Give me 1 second. plugged in up there, right? Plugged in up there, right? Okay, you're going along? Okay, you're good. It's just something else then, okay. Here's a shot on the way, and it's off the mark here by the Lady Bulldogs, or Lady Tigers. Sorry, folks, we're at a little bit of a stop here with the camera, but I'm going to give you a little bit of audio here for the final last part of this first half. Had a ball bounce our way over here, and we lost some transmission for some reason. Alrighty, there we are, back to action on the camera. Had to make a little adjustment there, folks. Sorry about that. So we're back to action here, and Lady Bulldogs getting some extra opportunities here with 1:03 to play here in the half. Has some shots, but they're not going down. I don't know what happened right there. I mean, it didn't really hit anything to really mess anything up, but okay. Had to create us something to get us going again. All right, so the nice job here by the Lady Bulldogs. Gets knocked away once again, but the Bulldogs keep it. And now trying to find some good shot here as Seta has it out on top, working out there against Davis. Seta off down in the corner. And that's Huffman, number 3, and that's down in the middle. Gert back out here. Davis going to launch the 3. It won't go. 0 for 2 at that three-point line. That gets out of play. And with 35 seconds to go, it will go back to the Lady Tigers. Up by 18 here into this first half. So Alexander bringing it up across the timeline. And over here now to Giles. Giles left to the right, down in the corner here. That one gets knocked away. Good defense there by the Lady Bulldogs. They strip that one away, give it up to Davis. Davis trying to go around the corner here. And she'll be fouled on the way in. A shot won't go, but Davis will head to the line and shoot a couple here for the Lady Bulldogs. Kind of weird how they just hit that wire right there and shut everything down because it didn't really do anything. I don't know. Oh, well, that's just the way some of this technology is nowadays. As David misses it on the first one. Second one on the way. Serious lane violations right there, but won't go down in either way. So with 11 seconds left to go, Lady Tigers will get the basketball. And Alexander will bring it up here. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Coming up on our Farmers State Bank halftime report. With some halftime stats. That's the way the first half is going to end, is it will be a 30-12 ball game here for the Lady Tigers of Tenaha. It is halftime here, and our halftime report brought to us by the good folks at Farmers State Bank. Make sure you stop by and find your Farmers State Bank location. Do your banking with Farmers State Bank. We'll be right back here for your halftime, all brought to us by Farmers State Bank.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmers State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
Joaquin Tire in Joaquin, Texas. Family owned and operated with new and used tires, general mechanics, and road services. Jesse and his team is proud to serve the community with car, truck, and commercial and ag vehicle tires. They're located in Joaquin at the 84 and Highway 7 split. Call the shop today to make an appointment at 936-269-9516. That's 936-269-9516. Joaquin Tire is a proud sponsor of Game of the Week. Stop in and see them today for all of your new and used tire needs.
Welcome back here to Brady Parton Court at the SEC. That's a special event center here in Tenaha, Texas. It is Garrison in Tenaha tonight here on the NETSN. And it is a big lead here for the Lady Tigers of Tenaha over the Lady Bulldogs of Garrison. It was a 21-6 lead here for Tenaha at the end of the first quarter. It's now 30-12 here at halftime for the Lady Tigers. They are 2 of 11 at the three-point line. They are 4 of 6 at the charity stripe. Alexander leading all scorers. She's got 13. Kelly was 7. Giles has 3. 2 for Dagley and 5 for Hendricks is the scoring here for the Lady Tigers of Tenaha. For Coach Honey's squad for the Garrison Lady Bulldogs, they're 0 for 2 at the three-point line, 0 for 6 at the charity stripe. 4 points apiece for Davis and Seta, number 23. She's on the bench there with those 3 fouls. She had to sit out most of that second quarter. She'll be back here in that third, I'm sure. And 2 points apiece for McGurk and Boyer here for the Lady Bulldogs. And I thought the Lady Bulldogs have played a really, really good at times here. They just have to really go against a tough defense. They had some really good plays in there, but the defense here for the Lady Tigers has just been very stifling, and it's been hard for the Lady Bulldogs to get around. But they've done that a few times, and when they've been able to do that, break that press and get down the floor, they've had some really good plays. See if they can kind of climb back in here as we go into the third quarter. So 30-12 is the score. 6:37 as you see there onto the scoreboard to go here before we get to that third quarter. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back here on NETSN.
You know that Center Glass can fix your cracked windshield. But for the experts at Center Glass, fixing a windshield is just the beginning. Center Glass can also renovate your bathroom, turn your fixtures and shower into something entirely new and unique to your home.
Tenaha, Texas. To look at it, it hasn't changed much since the days of Tex Ritter. The pace is slow, just the way we like it. But we're proud of our young people, the games they play and the music they make. 100 years of dreams and the determination to make them come true. But we all need help every now and then, and that's where First National Bank of Tenaha comes in. Financing your dreams for generations.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here ready to go for the second half. As the Lady Tigers had a big first half right there. See if the Lady Bulldogs can come back in and close this gap down here by playing some good defense and having some good offensive sets. Coach Tony get her girls ready to go here. Coach Peterson got his Lady Tigers ready to continue here into the second half of the good first half there. Tiger basketball to start off. Dagley, Alexander, Bell, Kelly, and Giles on the floor here to start off. Alexander will be ready to bring it in here for the Lady Tigers. On the inbound, finds Dagley. Dagley across the line. Tigers ready to go. Alexander back to the middle. Bell. Now to Dagley. The Lady Tigers can really work the clock here as they're just staying on a 2-3 zone here. Nice job there by Seta. I don't got a hand on it, but it still goes in the hands here. Alexander. Alexander long jumper, and it's good. Alexander with 15. And now get it up ahead here. Going to find Seta. Seta going to push it up along that right side. Now get into the lane. Puts up the floater. Won't go. Rebound comes out by Kelly. Another good rebound by her. And she'll drop it off here to Dagley. Here come the Lady Tigers back on the floor here to the right side. Dagley trying to attack here to the. Oh, she's going to take that little skip step there, trying to get the ball there to Alexander before she's ready to get to it. And it's a turnover on the walk call. Back up the floor now comes McGurk. She'll get it up here, and that's a walk before she can get it up to Boyer. She had the right idea, but just took that extra little step there. She was trying to prepare that pass. And that extra step come out there before she could get rid of it. So it's a turnover back to the Lady Tigers. Dagley into Alexander. Here we go. Minute gone. Send it over now to Giles to the left. Down in the corner. 3 on the way. Side iron will not go. Rebound by Giles. She'll put it right back in and score. She's got 5. Oh, that's what happens when you're not paying attention right there. And McGurk, sorry, that was Huffman. Turns around there and has the ball taken away from her. Then she runs into the Lady Tigers. Ball gets knocked out, and that's the first one on Huffman. It'll be an out-of-bounds play here for the Lady Tigers. And now comes in here for Giles. Giles loses the handle on the dribble. Ball gets loose into the hands here. Seta. Seta going to work against Alexander. Seta puts up the shot. Can't get it to go. Davis with the follow. Won't go. Rebound comes out here. Jump ball. And it'll be possession arrow to the Lady Bulldogs. Coach Tony's going to call the timeout there for Garrison. So we'll take a quick timeout right along with him. And we'll be right back here on a NETSN.
It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires, along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin.
Where do you go if you're a Bear fan looking for a post-game meal? Easy, Rancho Grande. But what if the game is a Little League practice? Same place. What if it's a special occasion, something you dress up for? In Timpson, it's Rancho Grande. Whether it's familiar menu items or maybe something you want to take a chance on, it's always good. They even have bear sightings at Rancho Grande.
All right, back here, little Pat Benatar, hit me with your best shot. Tiger doing some gymnastics on the floor, doing a really, really good job keeping the crowd ready to go. There we go. All right, so 6:33 left to play here in this third quarter. Garrison basketball, looking to get it in. Bounce pass into Davis. Davis has it knocked away, still loose. Davis should be able to pick up the loose ball here at the half-court line, and does. Throws it up ahead here, finds Seta. Bounce pass over to Huffman. Huffman's going to try that 3 ball, but she's going to be fouled on that shot. And that's going to put Huffman at the line. She'll be shooting 3. Second one there on Bell. So off the mark there for Huffman on the first one. So it's going to be just 2 shots on this one. Thought maybe she might have been at that 3-point line, but if she was not there, and it bounces off, and a rebound by Giles. And the Lady Tigers back up the floor now. Up, score 34-12. Send it back over here to the middle, dropping it off. Nice job there by Davis getting a hand on that one, knocks it out of bounds. Stays with Tenaha on their end. Dagley on the inbound, going to send it in here to Alexander over to the left side. Back to Dagley. Dagley going to line out for a 3. Side of the iron, no good. Rebound underneath there by Bell. Bell going to put it right back up in and score. Bell gets her first points of the ball game. So back up the floor now. Here comes Huffman. Sorry, that is McGirt. McGirt going to go right up to the rack. Can't get it to go. A little too strong. Takes it in there. Dagley going to throw it up ahead here. Giles ahead of the defense. Giles from Dagley for the bucket for the Lady Tigers. McGirt. The basketball here for Garrison. For some help here. Going to get a screen from Boyer. Now pulls up her dribble. Throws it up ahead here. And finally going to be a 10-second call. Good job here onto the defense for Coach Peterson's squad. And that defense is something they can definitely hang their hat on here tonight. It has done an excellent job here as the Lady Tiger defense. Alexander on the inbound. Kick it down the corner. Giles going to line up for 3 in the corner. She'll knock it down. Giles for 3, her second of the evening. She's got 10 points in the ball game. McGirt trying to take it up along the left side. Pulls up her dribble. Pulled it back out here to set it. Set it in the lane. Throws up the floater. Back of the iron. No good. Alexander with the rebound. Up ahead. Giles going to find it. Over the shoulder. Nice little pass there to Bell. Nice job dropping it off there to Bell from Giles. She makes it a dime there. Under 5 to go. Lady Tigers have now opened it up 43-12. They've held the Lady Bulldogs scoreless here into this quarter. There's another steal by Alexander. Alexander taking it to the rack and scores easy buckets. 17 in the game now for Alexander. And back up before McGirt for Garrison. Tries to take it there against Kelly. Now throws it back out to Davis. Davis working the right side of the lane off the glass. Davis with the kiss off the glass. She's got 6 for Garrison. Back up now. Alexander in the lane with the scoop shot. Nice job. Alexander takes it in. She's got 6 in this quarter, 19 altogether. Great game here for Alexander. Throwing it up ahead now to find Seta. Seta for the Bulldogs. A nice job. They're going to find Boyer. Good job there dropping a dime there by Seta to Boyer. Boyer's got 4 for the Lady Bulldogs. 4 minutes to play here in the third. Over here now to Dagley. Dagley back out on top. Giles, left wing, down in the corner for Bell for 3. Off the mark there. 3 for 15 at the 3-point line. Out of play off the Lady Bulldogs. Checking in here is going to be Seta. She'll come in, number 23. She's set there about halfway through that second quarter with 3 fouls. She'll be back in here. Coming in here for Huffman. Also coming in is Johnson, Hendricks for Coach Peterson. And Dagley will get the inbound back. Here to the right side. All the way back across Hendricks. Taking it in the middle of the lane. She's going to be hacked coming across here. That's going to be number 4 on Seta, who just checked into the ball game. And that's going to put Hendricks back at the line. Hendricks at the line, 1 for 2. She's got 5 points in the ball game. And it's off the front of the rim, no good. Second one on the way. Good. All right, so Garrison basketball as they get it up the floor here. That was knocked out by the Lady Tigers. Out of play. Checking in here, number 12, Davis for Coach Peterson. And see who's going to check out of the ball game. Got too many Tigers on the floor. Giles going to check out. On the inbound. Davis trying to get it in here for the Lady Bulldogs. Now does. Seta to that right side. Stopping and popping. Long jump shot. Too strong with that one. Rebound to Bell. She'll drop it off here to Dagley. Here come the Lady Tigers pushing it right back up the floor here to the left side. Dagley stopping and popping. Three ball rattles in and out. Hendricks can't get that rebound. Nice job there by Boyer. Throws it back in, but it's right to Johnson. Johnson to Hendricks. And Hendricks with a nice little bucket there from Johnson. And get down to 3 minutes to go. Gert push up the floor here. Throws it back out top of the key for Davis. Knocking it down for three. Davis for three. Their first three. That was a big shot there for Davis. She's got 9 points in the game here for the Lady Bulldogs. 2:45 left to go in the third. Tigers with the basketball, working here to the right side, send it down in the corner. Davis for three. Will not go. Rebound comes out by Seta. Lose handle on it. Ball still loose. Dagley comes up with it. And she just throws up the prayer, and it goes down. Dagley said, "Here, I'm just going to throw it up here and let's watch it go down." That's how good of a shot she is. Over here to Boyer. Boyer, short jump shot, won't go. Hendricks can get the rebound. Seta does. Drop it off underneath there to McGurk. McGurk is going to be fouled and go to the line. She's 0 for 2. 2:15 to play here in the third. McGurk goes to the line here for Coach Honey's squad. Third foul there on Bell. And now at the line shooting to McGurk for the Lady Bulldogs. Only 2 team fouls here on both teams here in this quarter. Up and good. 3 points for her now into the ball game. Checking in Kelly and Giles for Dagley. And Johnson, I believe. Yep. Johnson. That's Davis. I'm sorry, that's Bell. Okay. The second one goes down. Yep. Tiger basketball, we get down about 2 minutes to go here. And that one's going to be stolen away there by McGurk. A nice steal. Gets it back up here for Lady Bulldogs. And back in the middle here, finding Seta. Seta going to throw it over now. And the jump shot there to Seta is good. Seta to Seta. 51-23 now with 1:40 to go. As Davis brings it across the timeline here for the Lady Tigers. That'll be a foul on number 14, Seta. That's her first. Only the third team foul here on the Lady Bulldogs, so it'll be an out-of-bounds play here for Davis. Ready to bring it in. Davis is going to find Johnson here at the half-court line. Give it back to Davis. Get it down in the corner now to Giles. Giles working around the defense. Takes it around on the baseline. Hooping the harm for Giles. It's good. And she'll go to the line for the three-point opportunity. Her first time out of the line tonight. 5 of 8 at the charity stripe here for the Lady Tigers here tonight. Seta has checked out of the ball game. That was her 5th foul. She had 4 points in the ball game. Checking in is Havens, 0 for Lady Bulldogs. 1:29 to go in the third quarter. Up and good for the three-point play there for Giles. Big third quarter for her. And there's a steal by Giles. Trying to keep it in play there, and it looks like Giles might have touched the line. And it'll be out of bounds, go back to Garrison with 1:24 to play in the third. On the inbound, still putting on some pressure here are the Lady Tigers. Going to get it up in the middle there to Havens, sorry. But the pass inside there to get it down in the post was too strong to McGurk, so out of play. So it goes right back to Lady Tigers. Ready to bring it in here will be Davis. And she'll get it in here now to Johnson. Johnson. Bring it across the timeline here. Send it over here to the right side. Nice job there by McGurk. Almost another steal, but Giles hangs on to it. Sends it back out to Johnson. Try to get up underneath there to Kelly. Ball gets knocked away. Johnson ends up with the loose ball. Johnson now driving the right side of the lane. Puts up the shot too strong. Kelly with the rebound and the putback. She's got a few of those here tonight. She's got 9 points in the ball game. Under a minute to go here for the Lady Bulldogs. Pushed up across the line. McGurk stolen away there by Davis. Instead of gotten her way there, the ball goes off of Davis's leg and it goes up ahead, and then Davis loses it out of bounds back to the Lady Bulldogs of Garrison. So it looks like it is Huffman checking back into the ball game here for Havens for Coach Honey. On the inbound, Huffman will get the inbound. They'll give it back here down to Seta. Seta bringing it across the timeline. Push it up along that right side. Throwing up the shot. Will not go. Probably not the shot that Coach Honey wanted to see her make there, but it goes awry and now out of play. And it'll be about 35 seconds to go here as Davis brings it back across the timeline. Now about 30 seconds left. Send it over to the left side. Up underneath here, Kelly at the free throw line. Send it back down over to the right side. Johnson up underneath there. Kelly gets it off the carom there, off of Boyer. Ball gets knocked away. Davis comes out there with it for the Lady Bulldogs. Davis push up over to the right side. Now she'll pull up her dribble, throw it all the way back across. Huffman. Now Seta at the elbow. Puts up the shot off the glass. Won't go. Rebound comes out here by Kelly. Kelly getting it up here now to Giles. Giles push it up here. Time for one shot. Giles puts up the shot and it's good. Right here at the buzzer. So at the end of the third quarter, it will be a 58-23 ball game. The Lady Tigers in control. We'll be back here for the fourth quarter. It's coming up here on NETSN.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your car deal when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
All right, folks, back here, fourth quarter on the way. And going to keep the clock rolling, I think, here into this one, I think. See how it goes. And the Lady Tigers have having a good time out here onto the floor. And it will be Tiger basketball as Alexander will be ready to bring it in. Giles will be ready for the inbound. And here we go for the fourth quarter. Alexander sending it down the corner here. Davis going to line up for a three into the corner. Can't get it to go. And rebound comes out by Seta. Seta loses it on the baseline. Out of play. Stays with the Lady Tigers. So on the inbound, once again, lining up Davis for that three. Can't get it to go. And Davis for the Lady Bulldogs comes out there with the rebound. She'll push up the floor over to that right side. Down. Seta going to turn and catch a snap. And there she's got the three and the open arm there as it's a three. And the 4-point opportunity here for Seta as she knocks that one down. Getting on the right one. And she'll go to the line for a 4-point opportunity here for Seta. Nice job. Gets the foul there on the shot going down onto the right wing. Seta can't get that one to go. Rebound by Giles. Giles gets it up here to Alexander. Alexander back up the floor now for the Lady Tigers. Push up here right in the lane. Dropping off to Kelly. Kelly into the lane. Turnaround jumper. And good. Nice easy play there for Lady Tigers in transition. Did a really good job. Bringing it back up to the floor now. Huffman send it over here to Boyer. Boyer underneath there to Seta. Goes off of her hands. Kelly right there for the carom and comes out there with the loose ball. Throwing it up ahead now to Alexander. Alexander's going to get the hoop and harm there. Alexander, 21 points now, looking for 23 as she'll go to the line. She's 2 for 2 at the line so far today. So the first team foul here on a Boyer. So that's one thing I can't say is both these teams have been pretty disciplined here. Well, Seta, number 23, she ended up fouling out of there. And yeah, it was a one shot there, but it was missed. And everybody thought, and then Alexander came completely out of her shoe there. So now she was trying to get that rebound as everybody was thinking there was going to be a second shot. But that's the way it goes. Kelly going to get that rebound, throw it up ahead here. And Alexander finally does get her shoe on. Finds Giles working up the other side. And Giles has a nice job there by the Lady Tigers. Is working with a flat tire there as Alexander, but still managed to get to the ball up ahead here. And here's Johnson with another steal. Alexander picks it up here, bringing it back up for the Tigers to the left side. Bounce pass there to Kelly, knocked out And it is McGirt coming out there for the Lady Bulldogs and holding on to it now. Going to give it up here to Boyer. Coach Honey's going to call a timeout because their team is into the backcourt here trying to keep from getting a 10-second call. So we got a timeout onto the floor. 30-second timeout here for Coach Honey and the Lady Bulldogs. We'll take a break. Be right back here on NETSN.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here ready to go. Checking out some things here. All right, we are ready to go here after the timeout. So back at it. Garrison basketball. They pushed up the floor here, sent it over to the right side. Back out. Here's another steal by the Lady Tigers. It's going to be Alexander finding Giles. Giles going to push up to the right side. And McGurk doing a good job to get her hands in there to knock it out. But it'll stay with Tenaha. 6:18 to play. So after this one's done here, folks, we'll take a little break here and we'll get you ready for the guys' game. The guys will be coming up after this. And we'll have to break this stream off and then we'll get you ready for the next one. So should be right there on your NETSN app. If you're not on the app, you're just checking us out on YouTube. Check us out on our app as well. And should be opportunity for you. There's a block there by Alexander. Goes right back and she's going to take it away. Going up ahead here. Nice job here by the Lady Tigers once again get it up ahead here to Davis. Davis gets her first points of the ball game here late in the fourth. Back up now come the Lady Bulldogs. Send it over to Setter to the right side. Setter. Back out now to Huffman. Huffman. Boyer. Oh, Boyer tried to run without the basketball there. She got it and tried to turn before she actually got that pass caught. Let's turn them back over now to Lady Tigers will take their time here with 5.5 to go. Alexander across the timeline. That's Giles across the timeline. Davis. Alexander in the lane. Nice job there. Find some room in the lane. Alexander. 23 points in the game for Alexander. 68-26 is the score. Huffman gets it here down to McGirt. McGirt back to Seta. Seta. Bounce pass. Oh, try to get it down there in that corner. A little too strong on the pass right there. Nice idea, but pass just a little too out in front of the intended receiver. So as we get down to 5 minutes to play in the ball game. Here come the Lady Tigers back up. Davis going to stop a pop 4-3 from the right side. Can't get it to go. Giles going to come out with another rebound. Drop it off up underneath to Kelly. Kelly now has 13 as Giles and Alexander has dropped a couple of dimes to Kelly here tonight. Some good plays underneath for the Lady Tigers. Sitting out back out here for the Bulldogs. Seta trying to drive on the right side. Has it knocked away there. And it goes out of play. And it'll go back to Tenaha. Tenaha checking in here is going to be Dagley, Bell, and Hendricks as Giles, Kelly, and Alexander check out for Coach Peterson with 4.5 to go. So Dagley will push it back up here for the Tigers, back across the line. Sending down over to the left side, back out. Now swing it back here to the right. Trying to get it up underneath there to Hendricks. Lose the handle on the basketball. Picked up there is Boyer. Boyer gives it up to Davis. Davis puts up the short jumper and will not go. Hendricks up ahead here. Seta going to catch up to her. Going to get the foul there on Seta. Hendricks will go to the line, shooting a couple for the Tigers. She's got 8. So Hendricks at the line here, shooting a couple. First one on the way, good. Trying to go 4 for 6 at the line and not able to do it, but stays 3 for 6 at the line right there. Rebound comes out by Boyer. She'll drop it off here to Huffman. Huffman will bring it across the timeline for the Bulldogs. Throw it up ahead there, and there was a screen in the middle there. Dagley going to finally end up with the ball. Takes it up in and off the mark there, but Hendricks right there for the rebound and the putback. 11 for Hendricks. McGurk going to push it up along the left side here. Going to find Davis up ahead. Davis puts up the shot. Oh, and it won't roll down for it. Just rolls off the rim. Ball still on the floor here. Trying to fight for it here. Jump ball. Possession arrow is going to stay with the Lady Bulldogs of Garrison. So Seta getting ready to bring it in now for the Bulldogs. Looking to get it in here. Bounce pass on the inbound. Going to get it in here, and it's taken away there. And Davis going to come out here with it. Bring it over here to the right side. Davis, right wing, stopping to pop it for 3. It's off the mark. 3 for 20 at the three-point line here for the Lady Tigers. Jump ball possession arrow stays with Tenaha with 3 minutes to go. Now they're running that clock continual here. Dagley on the inbound, going to get it in here to Davis. Davis on the right wing, back to Davis down in the corner. Dagley, 4-3, will not go. Rebound comes back out. But you got a lead like this, then you can afford to take those three-point shots. They've got a few of them to go. They'll probably be up close to the 90 here, but it is Garrison basketball as that goes out of play. It will be set on the inbound here for Lady Bulldogs. Set it, bringing it back across the line, throwing it up underneath here. Dagley with another good job there, getting a hand on that one, stealing it away, throwing it up ahead. Bell, Johnson. To Davis, and it rolls in. I didn't know if it was going to stay up there on the rim for a second and spun, but it did finally roll in here. We get down to 2 minutes to go. And now push it over to that right side is Huffman. Huffman pulls up the dribble, drop it off here to Seta. Seta. Bounce pass in there, try to get it into Davis, and Hendricks knocks it away. Checking into the ball game for Coach Honey. Number 13, that is Aguiar. Aguiar in the ball game, looking to get in here. Bounce pass on the inbound to Davis. Davis has her shot blocked by Hendricks. Davis picks up the loose ball here, and there's Dagley making a steal of that pass in front of Seta. Dagley wide open in the lane, takes up and scores, and she's going to be fouled on the shot as well. And Dagley will get to go to the line, have a chance at a three-pointer. For real? Shouldn't be ready to change. So Huffman commits her second foul there. Dagley can't complete the three-point play. Ball is loose and on the floor here. We're going to get another foul there on, this time it's going to be on the Tigers. Seta. Out of bounds play. Now bringing it up the floor here with about a minute to go. Send off down here to set it down on the inside. She's going to step on the line. Now to turn it back over here to the Tigers. So we get down to a minute to play. Got the clock rolling here is Dagley on the inbound. Going to bring it back up across the timeline here. Now hold it up out here at the half-court line. Let's take this final 50 seconds off the clock here, working around the perimeter. Well, Dagley says, no, I'm going to take a shot here at the top of the key. Throws it in, will not go. Rebound by Johnson. Bell can't get it to go. She finally gets another rebound and puts it right back up and scores. Bell with 6 points in the ball game. Steal by Dagley. Dagley, 12-footer. Jumper, can't get it to go, but McGurk with the rebound. And push it up here for Garrison. Push up along the left side. It's up the shot. Too strong for McGurk, but a nice rebound there by Seta. And Seta puts it right back up. And she scores here for the Lady Bulldogs. 16 seconds to go. And the way it's going to come down here is going to be a 77-28 victory for the Lady Tigers of Tenaha here over Garrison tonight here in the first game. And the guys' game is coming up. As that's going to do it here for the gals' game. All right, folks. And a big win here for the Tenaha Lady Tigers over Garrison and the Lady Bulldogs of Garrison. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back and get you ready for the guys' game. A quick break coming up here. We'll get you ready to go here in our post-game show, or Aurora Concepts post-game show coming up.
At Aurora Concepts, we offer full-service primary care. And we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts. Let us take care of you.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your car deal when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
Alrighty, folks, a quick Aurora Concepts post-game show. Let's wrap it up here as the Lady Tigers win it big here. They go 3 for 22 at the three-point line. Leading scorer was Alexander. She had 23. She's my player of the game. 17 for Giles, 13 for Kelly, 6 for Dagley, 4 for Davis, 11 for Hendricks, and 6 for Bell. 7-12 at the charity stripe there for the Lady Tigers. Big game there for them. 1 of 3 at the three-point line, and 2 for 9 at the charity stripe. 9 points for Davis, 4 for McGurk, 4 for Boyer, 7 for Seta, and 4 for Seta, who fouled out of the ball game. In that fourth quarter was the scoring there for the Lady Bulldogs of Garrison. So it was a big win there for Tenaha, 77-28. They get the victory. We're going to shut this one down here, folks, and we'll be right back here for the guys' game that is coming up here on NETSN.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Pineywood Sports Network, an affiliate of NETSN. God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless each and every one of you.